Good day and welcome back to another Dbz Dokkan metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the skill orb system and just talking about some of the changes I think they could do to improve it. Now the skill orb system, without going into too much detail, because I do cover how skill orbs work and basically how skill effects work. But the skill orb system was introduced as an augmentation system that allowed you to further customize your characters. So it started out very small, and over time gradually the strength of gear, the level of gear has been upgraded. And the EX gear has been brought in, which is gear that doesn't break, so it's essentially permanent equips. And basically, to cut a long story short, the big thing with the gear system has always been that it allows you to, especially on a deeper level, customize the evasion, crit rate, and additional attack rate of your characters. The raw stats aside, which you can sometimes choose, generally speaking, a lot of players, the main goal has been controlling that part of the character's system. Now, with the slow increase in power scaling of gear, there comes a big question of the gear management system and just skill orbs in general needing a bit of an update. Now, the strength of the skill orbs I don't believe is the issue. I think +8 gear is fine. I think +5 and +5 crit and additional gear is also fine. Things like that are still fine. But I think there needs to be a better management system. I think there needs to be a recycling system, so an ability to turn older skill orbs into newer skill orbs. They can add some restrictions, you can't use event exclusive orbs or category exclusive orbs or something, but you need to be able to recycle older gear, worse gear, because the thing is now you can pull between a range of level 1 health, which is 100, or like a level 10 health, which is 1000 health. And as you continue to expand the leveling, if you leave the baseline 100 and you continue to increase it to 1500, 1600, what ends up happening is the gear and the gear grading becomes far too wide a spectrum, and players will just end up never ever using gear that is below a certain threshold, which already happens. How many times do you ever see someone equip like a level 1 bronze crit to a character? It just doesn't happen anymore. So for me, a recycle system needs to be introduced. I think that's the most urgent, allowing players to turn weaker orbs, even if it's quite a lot, even if it's like a 100 level 1 orbs and it guarantees you a level 3 or above, is still better. It's still a much better system than what we currently have. Cycling through orbs right now is an absolute train wreck. The UI for it is terrible. I think the idea is still great. I personally think skill orbs are honestly fantastic inventions, and I think that at the end of the day they do serve a very good purpose in allowing us to customize our characters. So I don't particularly have a huge issue with skill orbs. I like them a lot. It's just that for me, honestly speaking, it's not necessarily the best kind of situation for me when it comes to like assessing or looking at the overall structure of the gear system. To come to gear and someone starts collecting it, or you do one chain battle and you have 4000 level 1 pieces you just don't know what to do with. I just think in the long run it's not an ideal situation, at least for me.